All right, so now I'm going to talk about oil field work, the pros and cons of it. So the pros are that it's pretty physically demanding. You have to work as a team, and it's one of those situations where if one member of the team fails, then everyone fails. People can potentially lose their lives, so obviously that's not good. You want to be working as a team. It's really a I view it more as a source of bonding. Um, if you're a bigger guy like myself, I'm 6 foot, 6'1", so I'm over 6 feet. Or if you're like even if you're like a shorter person, but let's say like you're pretty stocky or you bulk up easily, you have a lot of muscle. It's one of those types of jobs where you can go and there's a lot of money in it because of the energy industry. Of course, that's changing now, especially because of climate change, but you can still do that and make a lot of money. So you're getting a workout and you're getting paid pretty well. And it's one of those situations where you're going out and you have this adrenaline rush. You feel like you're getting something done. You're doing physical labor, and you're seeing the rewards for it. So you can potentially make a lot of money. People who work out there, they like to spend their money. Whether it be on beer or cars or a home or whatever. Whatever they want. A lot of guys, they call them roughnecks. So pretty much they're not really my type of guys, but guys that you gain their respect for the hard work that you do. That's one thing. Now the cons. So the cons of working in the oil field. The cons are that it's you get exposed to cancerous material. People. You're out there with natural gas. You're out there with oil. Things that are coming out of the ground, chemicals. They're not good for your body. So naturally, you're going to get exposed to these things. I mean, you work probably some days you might work 20 hours a day for one job. Maybe you might work 24 hours straight on some jobs. So you're out there, you're getting your lunch break. You might be covered in oil. You eat the food, you might get in your mouth. The oil typically tends to stay on your skin, stuff like that. So as a labor position, I like it, but the cons are that you might end up you know, getting cancer if you don't, especially if you don't take care of the issue. So you might end up getting it, earlier on in life, or even later on in life. It might affect you, whether it be skin cancer or all the different types of cancers out there. Another one of the cons is, of course, death. So deaths do happen in the oil fields. There are explosions. There are accidents with heavy machinery, big trucks. Big trucks. A lot of people are afraid of big trucks because obviously they're big. They're a lot bigger than any human. I'm talking about the 18 wheelers, but those are really the least of your concerns out in the oil field. You're dealing with equipment that is the size of buildings. So, and you're operating this with your hands. So those are the cons. It's one of the pros too because you have the bonding experience, but the cons are that death is a factor. So you don't want to. Obviously, you don't want to die. Another con is that you're going to be away from your family a lot. If you like to be out there, doing stuff. Let's say you don't like dealing with family. You want to be, time to just be in your thoughts. Military guys, they might like it. Guys who have been in combat, they might miss combat or whatever. It's good. It's a good thing to go out there and do. Um, some more cons are that it's time consuming, and honestly, I think the main one though is really the cancer. Like for me, that was a deal breaker. I was like, what? Like, there's so much pollution in the air, there's pollution in the water and stuff, and it's crazy. It's like you can't get a breath of fresh air. Literally, you're always in a toxic situation. So yeah, the money's good, but it's important to realize, just like YouTube, there's a business person operating things behind the scenes. So that person, whether it be a guy or a girl, they're the one that's really making the money. Right now, I'm on YouTube because I'm indoors. The guys out there in Palo Alto, they're the ones really making the money off, whatever content I put out there or whatever content I decide to comment on or watch. So that's how the oil fields work. I like it though. Um, I think it's pretty good. I was in Texas. I know the guys in North Dakota here in the U.S. are making more money. Um, then if you go offshore, then you can make more money. And then if you go abroad, like let's say you go to like a country like Norway, um, then you can potentially make more money. Also, there are oil patches all over the world, oil refineries all over the world. Uh, it's not just specific to the U.S. Everybody knows about the guy Rockefeller. He's the guy that was like the number one oil magnate, made a whole bunch of money. There's still a lot of money in it today. But the point about him, he was an American businessman. But the point about him is that, this industry is international. It's an international energy industry. Every country utilizes oil and other energy products as a source to fuel their different projects. And power sources, whether they be like automobiles or jets or space travel, anything like that. So oil field work gets a big plus in my opinion, but watch yourself. Make sure that you are safe at all times. Make sure you pay attention. Take some courses if you can. I know the courses can cost money. If you can't take courses, make sure you get with a team that relies on safety first, because that's really the main concern. You don't want to go out there and die. You're there to make money or whatever it is that you want to do. So that's my 2 cents on it. I think it's I think it's good. I think it's a good workout. I think it's a overall it's kind of a good time, and you're getting paid for it. Whether it be 16, maybe even $20 an hour, and that's really just a starting rate. So if you work your way up the ladder, you can make over 100,000 or maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars in 1 year. Just working in that environment. So if you're the type of guy that you're like a lumberjack type, or you really enjoy physical labor, you like labor positions, like maybe even working at a warehouse or something, you might want to consider that as like an upgrade in terms of labor. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about other industries to get involved in, or other types of labor positions that are really good. Also, let me know what you guys think about the list of pros and cons that I said. I'd love to hear about that. And make sure you guys view my video. How do you get demonetized? Because I really want to know how you add these edits into these videos. I want to know how I can start like making the content better. I'm sorry, I'm still in my pajamas and stuff, but I just wanted to get up. I know I got bedhead and all that, but whatever. Let me know what you guys think.